아, 아, 아파. I killed my hand. Ew. 아니야. It's water. Sparkling water. No, 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 no. I can't drink for 2 days. 안 돼, 안 돼, 안 돼. True, true, true. Oh? I was like, why is it so dark? There you go. Oh, I feel like I'm missing one more light. Hi everyone. Today we are doing Stark News. Guys, I was running up the stairs and I hit my hand against the handle? What do you call the side hand grabbing area? I don't know the word. Is this right? Oh, it's wine. Oh shoot, I'm not drinking that. Is it the handle? Oh my god, it hurts. It's already swollen. 이거 봐. 보여요? Do you see this? Do you see the size? I hit it like really hard, so it's super swollen. Oh my god. 너무 아팠어. Oh, it hurts a lot. Banister? Is that what it's called? I don't know. What, like, next to the stairs? What do you call that? Yeah, it's super swollen, kind of scary. And my skin is peeling off. I think it's really bad. Holy cow, it's so bad. Anyways, today we'll do stock. Today is stock day. I was planning on streaming early, but my laziness kicked in, so at least I came here. And my mom noticed my laziness, so she was like, at least go shopping. So she took me out for grocery shopping, and we got lots of canned drinks. More canned drinks. So I'm drinking my sparkling water. So today we haven't decided what unfortunately not, because I have my competition coming up. So before my competition, I'm trying not to eat a lot since the dress is always tight. The dress that I bought it from, that girl was 49 kilograms, and right now, yeah, it's kind of risky. So, anyways, instead we will just talk about stock. Anything fun stuff I wanted to talk about? Not really. I've just been playing Lost Ark, and there's really crazy people all around the world. Isn't that crazy? Like, I was playing, there was people always fight on games, right? They have little communities and they always fight. And they were fighting, I don't know if they were just joking around, but this person was sneezing, and one guy said, "God bless you." And apparently this girl found it offensive. I have no clue what's going on. Because they started relating that word with some 19 plus thing, because they didn't really understand what God bless you means, especially because she was sneezing every time. And so they were trying to like abandon him, and then it all came out with, I have no clue. The world issue, so social issue, it's crazy. I don't know. I feel like people are more fighting against each other because the internet is well established people, not only do they have like a protection um, of themselves, so that being said, basically saying, hey, I could just, like, you know, talk crap about you, talk, like, you know, really bad about you, and you won't know who I am. Unless you're gonna probably report to the police, but the chances are they're not gonna help you. Like, how are you gonna track who I am? Like, I didn't scam you. The only thing I said was, like, all these... So, people have this internet protection, so they say things without thinking, and for someone like me who's basically a streamer on Twitch or a live platform, and for someone who has to deal with this, it's very disgusting. You kind of wonder what this person is doing in real life, so I'll accept that. But yeah, and it's just crazy. Some of, like, not just Korea, but in America, like, gender issue, racist issue, it's just so crazy. And the fact that people just bluntly say stuff without thinking, it's really unfortunate. And like I said, I really want to know what they do. Like, some of the things could sound really offensive to other people, but the fact that they don't know, I'm really worried about their social ability / skill. So yeah, that was something interesting. Oh, and then I started watching some historical, like, talk. The first thing that I started watching was about Hitler. It was pretty interesting. So I had a huge discussion, and I might not be phrasing this right, but Hitler... Oh, so I first initially thought that Hitler was very patriotical, because at the time, so you probably know this better than me, and for me to say this, you guys are probably thinking it's very adorable, so just deal with it. If I... Patriotic. Why did I say patriotical? What the fudge? Thank you. But anyways, I initially thought that because I was watching some YouTube video who did like a review on him, on why he had to, you know, like, murder all the Jews and Jewish people. And I don't know how to phrase this in English. I had to do a lot of it's really funny because it could get so bad if I phrase it wrong. Because when I was explaining this to Mia this morning, I said, I didn't mean this, but I said, oh, I understand why Hitler was murdering all the Jewish people. Right? But like, that's not what I meant. I just wanted to say that I finally understood his mindset at the time. So it was pretty funny. But it's, yeah, is that funny that I just said this? So he had to correct me, and he even said that I shouldn't use the word patriotic for this case. But it was pretty funny because it started off, they were talking about, they actually read through his bibliography, and in his bibliography he talked about how, like, at the time, this is, shoot, oh my god, no! Shoot, now I have to be really careful with my words. Hi, BB! Hello, everyone! Hi, BB! Thank you for the shout out! Hi! Hello! How was your stream? Welcome, Raiders! We're talking about Hitler! What a scary stream to walk into. Booba stream enjoyer. How was her Booba stream? I'm doing great. How's your stream? How was her stream? You just joined. Oh no. Hi Raiders. My name is Jinri and I am a very interesting stream. I know BB stream is pretty interesting. My stream is really interesting in a different aspect, where I just talk a lot about social issue and political issue and I fight with chat. Just kidding. It's because I started trying to be smart. I don't know why. Don't you guys sometimes wanna sound smart once in a while? So I was like, I would sound smart. So I've been learning about history, a lot of historical stuff and blah blah blah. But yeah, hi everyone, nice to meet you. Yeah, only sometimes. Can you say something smart right now? Oh shoot, is this a test? Yeah, we were literally just... Yeah, see? We're talking about Hitler. And you guys walked in. And So, what's really funny... Or here, let me just say this. I realized... Or, sorry. I figured out a good way to have a conversation with others because I talk a lot about political or social issues going around the world and I'm having all these people watch me. If I say something wrong, of course not that many people are going to care, but it's going to be left in my record. So I have to be really I have to be really cautious of my words, right? So I learned to stop and think. Literally, I just stop and think without talking. So if you see me just kind of looking out in the space and not talking, it's because I'm thinking. Because I have to phrase it in a way that it's not offensive to others. So yeah, but welcome. How was her stream? Let's talk about her stream first because she just rated. What did she do? I think most people need to learn that. Oh, you know what we just talked about that was smart? We did talk about how chat has this mask on that makes them, you know, talk crap about other people and even to streamers. So I wish people, which kind of relates to what I just talked about, but they really need to think before they talk. And that's been happening like a lot recently on my stream, and I've been ignoring those people, but it's kind of funny because when you're being ignored, there's always a reason why, and they don't think like that. So, you know, I try to ignore it because even if I'm a small streamer, you know, like, I'm just giving them a chance, right? I'm just giving them a chance. It's probably something that I don't want to hear. I don't want to talk to you if you're acting like that and sorts. But then they just don't understand and they just keep crossing the line. So I just have to like point them out. But if I do that, then my whole stream vibe just goes down. It just becomes like a serious, like, I'm the mean teacher in a high school classroom where everyone's just like, oh my god, she's like, I bet she's on her period. So, I don't know. It's just random story. But yeah. Anyways, what did she do? So, it's hard sometimes even in native language. Yeah, I don't even know what my native language is though. I think it's English, but recently I can't speak English. So I thought my Korean got better. But also my Korean's worse because I tried explaining Hitler to Mia and it was just awful. I was like trying to say that like I understood his mindset, but I just said I understand why he did that. And Mia was like, no, there's no way you should be understanding that. And I was like, yeah, well, I'm trying to say that I understood, or I see his point that I don't agree. I don't know, it was just like all of the Oh, just random stuff, man. So she did random cosplays? Oh, what was her cosplay? Is she not traveling? I saw BB's like what is that? Oh, shoot. I thought she had like a dono bar for Australia? So that'll be fun. Is she back in Korea? Oh. I haven't seen her yet. I mean, like, I've seen her in like Netherlands, but maybe I'll invite her to. I know some intern of her. Sorry, I don't know what she calls her viewer, but I call my viewers interns, and someone actually asked if I could interview Pee. Oh, lunatics. Okay, some lunatic. Okay, that sounded weird though. I'm calling you guys a name. Wait, isn't lunatic like? Go on. Wait, because when I just said some lunatic. Morning, Senna. How are you? You're scaring me. Is she one of those type who's like really late to places? Lunatic because one of her names is Luna? Oh, that's cute. I'm Boss, by the way. You'll get to know more about me if we ever do the interview. But people call me Boss, and you guys, if you guys are willing to join my stream, you guys are technically called interns. So, hello, Andrew. Late and she goes on tangent. Oh, don't worry about tangent. Like, that's always my stream. I'm supposed to be like reading about stock and like, you know, becoming more smarter with you guys. But right now we're literally like, I didn't even finish my story with Hitler. So. Oh yeah, and you guys are technically like unpaid intern. 단추님 오랜만입니다. 잘 지내셨나요? 17개월 구독 감사합니다. 야호 야호. 주식, 네 맞아요. 요즘 주식시장 마음이 아프시죠? 혹시 카카오나 네이버 주식 사시진 않으셨죠? 생각도 하기 싫겠다. I'm engaged? You're engaged? Are you getting married? I sold whatever is left of my stock last night? Oh, why? Congrats! Or are you saying you're like engaged with my conversation? I was about to say, like, I don't see why. I was like, okay, I don't know why your engagement has anything to do with our conversation, but congratulations. If she's technically an intern, and if you're an intern, I do pay $100 for your wedding. Which I've promised, but we don't have any girls in my stream. So, like, unless you're getting married in, like, California, like, the possibility is probably low, but you're always welcome to try. Yeah, so if there's any girls who's willing to date one of the guys on my chat, they're all great, I think. Minus a couple who's kind of like, you know, going a little... But, yeah. But if you ever do get engaged, I'm always, you know... I'm always supporting your engagement, so... That's what everyone said. Well, when I talked about that, they were like, who wants to make 50 bucks? But we did say that you do have to adopt a kid. Or get a child and have to name it something related to Jin, Ri, and Lee. Like, it has to have a terminology of that. So, I don't know, I just added that on. But anyways... No, you don't have to name your kid Jinri, but it has to have like Jin or Jim. I don't know. It has to have a J. I like J's. But anyways, yeah, you could name them Jinro too. That's probably pretty cool. Yeah, or Jenna, Jimri. That sounds so bad. I don't know why. It's like English name. and Korean name altogether. So, anyways, about Hitler, guys. Did you guys know Hitler's like bibliography? Do anyone know about his bibliography? Is this is going to be kind of like something that everyone knows, and I'm just kind of like, what is going on? We could just move on to stock. Well, biography, not bibliography. Why am I thinking bibliography? Sorry, biography. Thank you, Natsu. My Struggle? Shoot, I forgot the name of the book. Those things. He failed to. Oh, I didn't know he was thinking about being a art major. Oh, that's interesting. He was born in Austria? Oh. And I almost read Austria as Australia, guys. I am really tired, so I became an old lady, so my bedtime is in 2 hours. Unfortunately. But I'll try to stay alive. But it's becoming worse because I actually woke up at 5 in the morning, so I'm really an old lady. Oh, really? Oh. I think in his biography, I don't know why I keep saying bibliography. Why do you think I've been saying bibliography? But anyways, they did say why he hated Jews. Does anybody know why he hated the Jews? Maybe it's better for you guys to talk, because I might be saying something completely wrong, and you guys will be like, no, Jinri, go read that book again. And this is after World War I, correct? The time zone. Ooh. Is this a dangerous territory? Oh, yeah, I have 당근마켓. So. Oh, really? So, I don't know. I find it scary, but at the same time, wait, I shouldn't say the word. I shouldn't say fascinating. What's the word I want to say? Use at this time. So. Oh, you're German! Oh, well, here's how I got interested in learning about Hitler. So, my mom was watching some biography about Audrey Hepburn, the really beautiful lady. You know, I think she did the Moon River, some Breakfast in Tiffany. 뭐냐, Bed and Breakfast in Tiffany? What? But then my mom and I had a huge conversation. Well, not a huge. Hepburn. Oh, it's Hepburn? Oh, I didn't know that. Breakfast at Tiffany. Okay, I got close. Okay, at least I'm making some connection, right? But they said that her parents were actually supporting Hitler's like yeah, well, they were just supporting Hitler in general. So then my mom and I had a conversation of, do you think then the parents are bad people or somewhat brainwashed by Hitler and his like, you know, we had this conversation, and at first I was like, you know, maybe they were brainwashed, maybe we shouldn't think too bad. But then I thought of it, you know, you always have to put yourself into their shoes, right? So it's basically me accepting the fact that Japan was okay of taking control, like, you know, Japanese people, not because of their government, but, you know, they were enjoying their like ruling of Korea. And of course, as I mean, I'm you know, I'm American, but my mom and my family is from Korea. So thinking about that, then I was like, holy shizzle, then it's awful. So then I got really curious because, you know, I never paid attention in history class. I wasn't a very smart kid. Obviously, you see me like streaming, guys, right now. Like, if I were smart, I'd be like working at NASA or something, or like doing some smart ass stuff. Oh shoot, I didn't say. But but then I got curious in learning about why and what made Hitler hate Jews that much. So sorry, I wasn't like reading what you guys are saying, but and if it's completely like you guys hopefully are going to behave. So what's really good about my stream, I don't know if this applies to you guys, but I think we are mature enough to have a decent conversation. Our average age for my stream is 32, 34, somewhere around there. So if you guys are okay of just, you know, behaving and enjoying the conversation, because what's wrong with the society today is that we cannot have a decent conversation without trying to stab each other. You know, I just want to sit down and talk to you guys like gentlemen, gentlewomen, I don't know, like lady, maybe they don't want to be called lady, whatever they want to be called, and just have a nice, you know, like have a decent conversation. And it's not like I'm supporting one or the other. I'm just having, I'm thinking about why and what I've seen. So, and it'll be pretty interesting that if they ban me for this, because then I don't think I would ever stream on Twitch anymore. You know, like, I'm American, freedom of speech, ta-da! But anyways, oh, you're lurking sometimes? Oh, you don't know about K-pop stalker programming? Neither do I, but lurking is always fine. I'm always okay with lurking. I've enjoyed lurking, so. Oh, I'm not intelligent. So. US has weird rule. Oh, wanna have a whole discussion on freedom of speech? Oh yeah, and then people also talk a lot about freedom of speech too. It's very interesting. So. Okay, have fun lurking and working. Twitch can ban me? I mean, if they want to. I'm okay. So can I just finish my conversation with this? Can we like worry about TOS and banning like in the future? Like, can we stop getting off track? You guys, like, it's very, you guys always think that I get out of tangent, but it's always you guys who start this conversation. Isn't that kind of ironic? You guys think it's my fault, right? And it's probably occurs to PP too. She's probably going the right way, but you guys keep mentioning random stuff, and then she wants to answer everyone's question. So she goes talk about them, but she doesn't want to disrespect you. So it takes a lot of energy to give in effort. So it's technically you guys' fault. So next time you guys think that she's going off of tangent, think to yourself, did someone from chat ask a question that's completely out of, you know, like their area, whatever, comfort zone, blah blah blah. So anyways, where were we? What are we talking about? Dude, I totally forgot where we were. Wait, where were we on Hitler? Great! Okay, well, let's just move on. But I'll just say this, guys. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. So their parents supported him. So then I got really curious into what made him, and then I just didn't know. I don't know. Maybe you guys knew about this, but the fact that um his his he really hated the Jews. From what someone else mentioned, I think it was Big Magical Sky who mentioned it about this already, about how I think it was like the total population in Germany, sorry, the Jew population living in Germany was, I don't know what, like 4%. It was very low percentage, but I think it was like more than 50% were actually working in like the some like economy related fields. So then Hitler thought to himself, all these German people are working hard or going to war and, you know, doing all this, while the Jews are just enjoying staying in the office working. So then, and then the worst thing happened because they also had the inflation. What was it? Superinflation? Something inflation. So there were a lot of German people who didn't have jobs. Like probably the German dude. Was it hyperinflation? Okay. So you guys probably know this much better than me. This is like baby talk version of all this going on. But I just, yeah, but you know, then I thought to myself, wow, it's basically the fact that Hitler was, personally, I think he was just super jealous at the time. So then, you know, like, then at first I was like, maybe this is just all patriotic. Maybe he's really wanting his country at the time, because he maybe didn't think that Jewish people were German people. Makes sense. But then we also had a conversation of that shouldn't be considered patriotic. Patriotic, 맞지? Right? So, oh, right, okay. So then I think from all the recent studies I did about psychology, which is so shallow, guys, it's basically like, you know, when you eat the ice cream, you just have like the first, like the layer, you know, like when you buy ice cream, they have like the fancy whipped cream. I just took the whipped cream version of psychology. But I think, to my conclusion, I think he was, unfortunately, a psychopath. Or some sort of that, because being patriotic or being really like for his country makes sense. Like for me, if someone talks crap about BTS or Korea in general, of course it makes me mad, right? But then it's interesting how his brain set could just transfer from I'm jealous that all of these Jewish people are smart. Could have just ended there and just been like, then I have to, you know, help somehow, you know, work together maybe with the Jews so that German people can also get jobs. That would have been maybe like the most normal way of thinking. But instead, his brain set worked like, no, I have to kill them for Germans to work. Isn't that very interesting, guys? Like, I don't know, man. This is just... Don't you think to yourself, being like, wow, how does his mindset work like that then? Like, from one end to the, like... You know, it's just so crazy. So then, when this type of issue happens, so if he's a psychopath, one thing that people always have to look into is their childhood history. But I didn't get to that far. So if anyone knows about his childhood, feel free to talk about it. But it was just kind of like, if there's nothing that was really bad about his childhood, of like maybe he was just raised in a nice family, not really like whipping, you know, not any bad things were happening to his family, blah blah blah, that it's really something in his brain that was causing all this. So, conclusion of this story, guys, study psychology. It's just one of the most amazing, interesting thing, and I feel like if you know psychology, you can get a girlfriend. The end. Phew! Did that pass by my TOS like situation? Phew. Okay. Whew. Well, you guys were like, you know, you guys were like trolling me about like TOS and stuff, and then some random like, you know, meanie poo were like, oh, your viewership, blah blah blah. What the fuck? Anyways, I'll slowly read what you guys said. The reason why I don't read while I talk is that then I lose my train of thought. Then we really will be talking about this for like 2 years, or 2 years, like 2 hours. So I just wanted to yeah, slow down. But let me just take a moment to read. So I'll just do a little catch up time. It's like singing a song. If you sing a song, like you're like la 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 la, and you read chat, you start bursting and laugh. Well, you know, like. I mean, like, and then you kind of ruin the mood, and then like chat's gonna be like, "What the fudge, man?" So it's kind of like that, guys. Anyways. Oh yeah, they had low percentage of Jews. Wait, then my question is, where did... let me phrase this before I talk about it. Oh my god, that's so long. Sorry, I finished reading. Ah! Hi, Jenny! So then, do you think will there be... I mean... Do you think there is someone similar to Hitler's mindset with the current political situation? Is this a dangerous question to ask? history doesn't repeat but it rhymes. I've never heard about that say. All I knew when I was in history was a history class was that they said that you should learn history so that we don't repeat our mistake that was done in history. Something along the lines. So. Hey, Jenny, thanks for gifting.
Jedi
No sticker, no.
JJ2 gifted
Sticker
3
no.
months of tier 1 to Noshtik no.
Sticker
They've
no.
gifted 1,370
Thank you so much.
months in the
Hooray! So, welcome to my quick conversation about Hitler. But we weren't just talking about like Jewish and Hitler situation for 50 minutes. We had a tangent talk. Oh, his name's Tick? Nice. But anyways. Yeah. So learn psychology, guys. And hopefully no one is getting close to being sociopath or psychopath. And if you feel like you're doing that, definitely go see a doctor. It's not a bad thing, and don't ever feel embarrassed to go see a doctor. Even if your mental situation is not feeling good, it's okay to go. So, you learn psychology? I don't know how well you've learned it though. Do you think you've learned it thoroughly? Without any mistake? Are you sure about that? But yeah, psychology, I feel like just knowing the basic is very important. So oh yeah, and narcissistic, 3 worst, like 3 dangerous psychological situation. 뭐냐, mindset, blah blah blah. Sociopath, psychopath, and narcissistic. It's so crazy. And oh, we should have a talk about narcissism. It's just so crazy because narcissism may not have specific character like him. He was chancellor for January 19th. Why did I just see in IU secret fan Discord about Audrey Hepburn? Ah. So. Oh, racism. Narcissism. Psychology? I don't think I'll be good enough to talk about psychology. But I honestly think psychology, like, you should know, okay. Since I'm a girl. Surprise! Well, some people might not have known this, but I'm a girl. But let me just say this. Girls are very complicated animal. Sometimes I don't even understand girls, and I'm a girl. So if you need to, the only way for you guys to understand them is impossible. The only thing what guys need to do is be very sensitive and understand her facial and then her attitude, her way of talking. But for guys who only think simply, it's really hard. So we have 2 different animals trying to, like, mate, basically, right? And there was actually a study that men and women brain are completely different. So I think I think it was, I forgot which brain works which, but one brain works more vertically and one works horizontally. I think it was the women's brain that works both horizontally. So women are actually better at doing multitasking, but guys are good at focusing. So you see guys playing games, they're focused, but girls are like, oh my god, like, why don't you DM me? Be like, I was in the League of Legends game. It takes like 40 minutes. And girl's like, you don't have any time? 40 minutes? You're gonna message me in every 40 minutes? Like, what the fudge? And she gets mad. And you think to yourself, like, there's nothing for me to say to you. Like, okay, like, you had a day. Go talk to your girlfriends, right? I don't know, girls are welcome. So that's why I think that, you know, if you guys can understand, well, I don't want to say understand, but maybe understanding his mindset. If you guys can understand Hitler's mindset, which is just kind of really crazy, but somehow we can say he was very patriotic, right? But at the same time, not I'm saying that every girl are like this, but we've seen a couple of evidence, and there's a reason why there's like dating memes, which is, yeah, that's the thing though, Local. I thought completely the same. That's why I've been stopping every time while trying to use the word, and there was actually a word in Korean that might have fit the situation better, but I just can't think about it. Nationalistic. Oh, okay, we'll use that, but nationalistic. Okay. So, but anyways, if you guys can understand his mindset of all that, then you can probably understand your girlfriend, because they're much gonna be easier than Hitler guys, right? So, anyways, let's talk about stock. Well, not really like comparing it with Hitler. I just try to make it somewhat so that I can run away from this awful situation, right? Of talking about Hitler. So, but dating is always interesting, and honestly, I think I can give good dating. You know how people always say you need to date a lot of guys to understand their mindset? Dating one guy, I've dated 3 guys in total. They're all the same. We fight about similar reasons. Every single effing guy, we fight about the same reason. So it does not matter. No matter how nice he was, how, you know, rich he was, how good looking he was, we always fight about the same effing reason. Because, do you guys know why? Because you tend to date someone like similar to your dad, since you've grown up with them. Unless your dad was like such an like really rude to you, like spanking you, I don't know, doing, you know, maybe alcoholic, doing all that blah blah blah. But it's normal, and it's probably the same case with, you know, sometimes you'll see a little resemblance of your mother when you're dating, you know, because one tend to go for like the opposite taste and blah blah blah. So anyways, let's talk about stock. We're moving on. We can't take any more of like time, because I'm getting really close of my bedtime. My high school class was like what, 90% girls? Oh my god. Hello, Narumini! How are you? No, you don't want to date 10 guys at the same time, but I think I give good dating tips. Actually, I don't. 아니, no, we're going. Kinda is. Kinda is. Dating does suck. But if you ever need help, don't ask me, because I don't know. Let's learn about stock. What are we learning about today? What should we learn about? Wait, there was something that I wanted to learn about. Consumer price index sounds fun. Let's learn about consumer price index. Because we learned about inflation. Let's learn about CPI. Wait, should I'll move my... Do you guys see like my eye is half closed? Wait, I didn't do CPI. Cause I haven't seen this page though. Oh, thank you. 저요? 네, 살짝 제가 요즘 10시에 잤거든요? 아, 요즘 로아만 해가지고. Yeah, we'll learn in depth about CPI then. 아, 제가 요즘 스케줄이 어떻게 되냐면 저녁 10시에 자고요. 요즘 방송 잠깐 쉬었거든요. 10시에 자고 새벽 한 6시 일어나서 한국 서버를 돌려요. 엄청 달렸지. 지금 한국 서버 제가 바드 키우고 있거든요. 157로 찍었어요. 와, 지금 한 3달 시작했나? 3-4달 됐나? 157로 찍고 지금 일리약한 코앞에까지 왔어요. 미쳤지 지금. 겁나 달렸어. Guys, and just a random side story. Guys, go play Lost Ark. Best game ever. I finished all my homework today. A little pat on myself. Anyways, let's learn about consumer price index. I will bring more interesting questions to talk about. I'll be reading a lot of historical books. We talked about wine yesterday. Today was about Hitler. We don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. But hopefully it'll be something fun so that you guys are gonna be like, oh my gosh, she's gonna also talk about some crazy things that's gonna be like OMG. So well, before we go on to CPI, we are going to look at the recent stock issue. Oh, what? What are you connected to? Oh, you are Chrome. Oh my god, I'm so tired. 미쳤어. Should I get some caffeinated beverage, guys? I don't know why I'm so tired. Oh! Why is it so green? Did you guys earn some money? Even my face is green. So it seems that every area compared to last week is completely green, minus some minor sectors like consumer cyclical residential construction, so any type of construction company, along with leisure. I've never heard about this. What is Pool Corporation? And furnishing, fixture, appliance, so anything related to housing, it seems that's kind of icky. And auto, truck dealership, makes sense. Nice rally. So there was rally. I only have money in ETF. Oh no, it's okay, dude. By the way, if you sub to my channel, there's a cooler emote that you could use. For down arrow, guys. Was that smooth? And then home improvement rental, so retail. Oh. So Home Depot and I've never heard about these. But restaurants are up, doing well. Consumer cyclical is going up, except for, what are you? Oh, Etsy. Oh, Tesla. Ford, Costco, Disco Storage. This is interesting. So it seems that they had a rally, it seems. So maybe if I read the stock news for this week, we'll figure out why everything's doing great. Anything that I wanted to focus on? Not really. I need to save money. Sounds good to me. So let's start learning about Consumer Price Index. Who's curious about what Consumer Price Index is? Perfect! We got some enthusiasm. So, what is Consumer Price Index? It's consumer is me, price is dollar, index is index. That was so bad. I will never be a very good teacher, guys. I think if I'm a teacher, half of the time I'd be like, what's that word I'm trying to think of? So. So what is Consumer Price Index? It measures the monthly change in prices paid by US consumers. So they calculate the CPI as weighted average of price for a basket of goods and services representative of aggregate US consumer spending. So this is the one we talked about, like there's a lot of debate on what is considered which goods and services should be considered in the weighted average of prices. Like, honestly, I think they should add donation to it so that people will donate more. Then the CPI value will increase. Then it's always good for my stream because it seems that people are spending a lot of money on us. It's amazing. So the CPI is one of the most popular measures of inflation and deflation. And then the report uses a different survey methodology, price samples, and index weights than the producer price index. So there's also a PPI, which measures changes in the prices received by US producers of goods and services. So the key takeaways, guys. The Consumer Price Index measures the overall change in consumer price based on a representative basket of goods and services over time. And the CPI is the most widely used measure of inflation, closely followed by policymaker, financial markets, businesses, and consumers. The widely quoted CPI is based on an index covering 93% of the US population, while a related index covering wage earners, That's a lot of things. Holy shizzle, this is long. You know those like students? Well, I don't know about you. I don't know about if you know about these students, but I was one of those students who had to figure out how long this section was, and be like, holy cow, it's so long. And had to kind of calculate how long it'll take me to read this section. Hopefully we'll be done in 30 minutes. So, understanding the Consumer Price Index, the BLS collects about 94,000 prices monthly from some 23,000 retail and service establishments. Although the two CPI indexes calculated from the data both contain the word urban, the more broad-based and widely cited of the two, covers 93% of the US population. Holiday shopping! Wait! Is November 1st? What's that day where everything is on sale? Black Friday. Is that November 1st? Yeah. Wait, is Black Friday coming up? Am I going to be in US for Black Friday? Oh! Oh, it's Thanksgiving. Shoot. I was gonna add everything on Amazon list in my like Amazon thingamabobby list and be like, oh my god guys, it's Black Friday! You guys are lucky. So anyways, shelter category prices, accounting for nearly a third of the overall CPI, are based on a survey of rental prices for 43,000 housing units. So how do they pick the 43,000 housing units to account the CPI, which is then used to calculate the rise in rental prices as well as owner's equivalent? But I feel like this is such a bad method, because are they going to account for housing in Cali and then account housing in Wisconsin is like double, triple the price? Like one bedroom in San Francisco, what monthly is? Someone said like $7,000. Here, a decent price would be $2,000. That's almost 3 times. It's crazy. So I find this methodology kind of interesting. The owner's equivalent category models the rent equivalent for owner-occupied housing to properly reflect housing cost share of consumer spending, user fees and sales, or excess. What is this word? Excess? 소비세. What is 소비세? 면허세? 면허세가 뭐야? Taxes are included, while income taxes on the price of investments such as bond, stock, or life insurance policy are not part of the CPI. The calculation of the CPI indexes from the data factor is substitution effect. Consumer tendency to shift spending away from products and categories has grown relatively more expensive. It also adjusts price data for changes in product quality and features. The weighing of the product and service categories in the CPI indexes correspond to recent consumer spending patterns derived from a separate survey. Still don't know how they calculate it. So it also adjusts price data for changes in product quality and features. I just feel like this calculation is going to be very, 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 very complicated. Like, let's say, if you think about it, okay, we will think about let's say this like hair, like the wine that I drank yesterday is part of the consumer price index, because this wine is apparently everyone's favorite since it was aired on Jinri TV and people are really positive about my wine. Great. Now I think to myself, okay, the wine, the grapes involved in making this wine, quality has increased. I don't know, the soil that they're using now is much more quality, like has better quality. I don't know, like, does this make sense? So then how are they going to calculate the soil because those grapes in this wine has increased? What percentage? Do you think they'd have like an Excel file to calculate the CPIs? So maybe CPI isn't a really trustworthy. It's a good reference to have, but is it really trustworthy to have it with you while doing all this fancy study? But I would be really interested in looking at how they're calculating the CPI more in depth, but I doubt they're going to tell you about it, or would they? Or maybe they have it and I'm just gonna be like, okay, this is too much math calculation. So, types of CPIs, they have the consumer price index for all urban consumers represent 93% of the US population not living in remote rural area. It doesn't cover spending by people living in farm households, institution, or on military base. So this is more for me. They also published the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers? What is clerical workers? So people working for government? What is urban wage earners? So this covers the 29%. 신부님. Living in households with income derived predominantly from clerical employment or jobs with an hourly wage. Jobs? So part-time jobs would be included? And then it used to adjust social security payment as well as other federal benefits and pensions for changes in the cost of living. It also shifts federal income tax brackets to ensure taxpayers aren't subject to a higher marginal rate as a result of inflation. So clerical mean office type work? So any office type? But only 29% of US population living in household. What they're saying is prices are adjusted for the area where they live. But doesn't this also include their occupation as well? Or is that not included here? And then, sorry, my hand hurt. Clerical job typically involve handling basic office duty like answering phone call. Like, interesting. 그냥 사무직? In Korean, maybe just 사무직, right? So front desk worker then? So we have the calculation, guys. So consumer price index, the formula is the annual CPI. The BLS divides the value of the specific basket of goods today compared to 1 year ago. And then, as mentioned earlier, the basket of goods and services used in the CPI calculation is a composed of popular item commonly purchased by Americans. So, I wish they had examples of what this popular items is. Maybe like toilet paper, food, maybe? The weight of each component of the basket is in proportion to how they are sold. The annual CPI is reported as a whole number, and the figure is often greater than 100, assuming current market prices are appreciating. And then the inflation rate, is this calculation. So inflation rate is really compared to the CPI value. So it can be calculated for given month or annual period. In either case, the appropriate new and prior period must be selected. The inflation rate is reported as a percentage and is often positive. Oh, here! So the 8 groups of consumer price index, they have apparel, transportation, education and communication, other goods and services, recreation, medical care, food and beverage, and housing. So that's the category. So subcategory estimate price changes for everything from tomatoes and salad dressing to auto repairs and sporting event tickets. Price change for each subcategory is provided with and without seasonal adjustments. What are seasonal adjustments? So anything that happens during the season, it accounts for it, maybe? In addition to the national CPI indexes, BLS publishes CPI data for US region and sub-region and major metropolitan areas. The metro data is subject to wider fluctuation and is useful mainly for identifying price changes based on local conditions. Fruits and veggies. Eh? What is fruits and veggies? The subcategories? The table below represents the CPI basket weight distribution among the 8 major expense categories. So the seasonal adjustment is related to the fruits and veggie? Because fruits cannot be produced every season due to some issue. Thank you, Armani, for the tier 1 sub. Good night! Is this making you go to sleep? Because that's the point of my stream, is to make everyone fall asleep. Then what crop for this year was having issues? Does anybody know? Let's see. During COVID, I feel like during COVID time, because there weren't that many pollution, I feel like they should have maybe produced more fruits and veggies. Don't you guys think so? Like, what I found interesting was that during COVID time, I heard that LA and China didn't have any smog. I learned this in my engineering class and I completely forgot about it. Like, any pollution, smog, right? Pollution stuff issue. I didn't think that LA had that issue. That was actually surprising for me. So that's seasonal adjustment. Fog or haze combined with smoke, yeah. So LA apparently has really bad air then. Can you guys believe it? It's LA. Honestly, I don't think that's true. Continuing, table below represents the CPI basket weight distribution among the 8 major expense category. So they weighed housing the most. Commodities, food, energy. And I guess education's at the bottom. And I wonder what's included in the other expenses. One thing that's questionable is why aren't they specific on what are included here? Or do they have it but just not listed here? Because I feel like that's what you'd be more interested in instead of being like, okay, well, like, we account for these. Okay, well, like, what are these? So we can know. But if you just say housing, okay, well, is it like electricity bills? Or is it like, I don't know, like... the rental fee? I'm guessing it's everything, but... how is the CPI used? The CPI is widely used by financial market, as we know, because this is calculating the inflation rate. So the Federal Reserve is using it to determine economic policy with a target inflation rate of 2%. The Fed may enact monetary policy to stimulate the economy. What? The Fed may enact to stimulate the economy. Should market growth slow or enact What? How do you read this sentence? The Fed may enact monetary policy to stimulate the economy. To stimulate the economy should market. How do you read this sentence? We'll like skip it. In response to higher than desired inflation rate via SCPI, the Fed adjusts the Fed fund rate. So everything is up, right? In the US, the Fed keeps raising percent for credit. How come raising percentage? Wait, what? The CPI index? Or the inflation rate? Wow, target inflation rate of 2%, but what is the current inflation rate then? I'm gonna look it up. So the current inflation rate is 8.2%, but their target inflation rate is 2%? Are they going the wrong way? Because people aren't spending that much money. Oh my god, my hair is all messed up. So, other government agencies use it. So they based on the CPI affect federal payment to the appropriate 70 million Americans receiving Social Security and SSI benefits. What is SSI? They also apply to federal pension payments, school lunch. Oh! Guys, I have a question. If I'm paying, or is high school cheap because the government pays school? Does that make sense? Because I remember in high school... Wait, but the lunch money we also had to pay extra. What? How much was high school price for you guys? Because when I was in high school, I think we had to pay like, what, $100? $100 some dollars? To... think it was 100. And then housing, mortgage rate are often impacted by rates set by government agencies. As the CPI increases, the government enact policy changes to slow inflation. Rates often increase. On the other hand, landlord may use CPI information to adequately assess what annual rent increases for renters should be. So this would be an also interesting calculation to figure out how landlords are calculating the CPI. The renter annual rent fee using CPI. Eh? Really? They do this? So. Yeah, my high school was a public school, but it wasn't free. We had to pay $100, I think. Maybe not 100, but around that area. I don't remember. I don't think it was per semester. Really? 98 cents for Big Mac? Public schools are paid by government besides the lunch money? Lunchtime, which some did not have to pay due to income level of family. 잠깐만. Wait, I'm kind of curious. I think we paid. Wait a second, let me see. Cause I remember paying. Yeah. So where are they using my money? Suddenly get mad. 저 이번에 세금 거의 8,000불 깎였거든. 6,000불인가 8,000불 깎였나? Wait, do they have how much it is? Oh, I mean, my mom made lunch for me, but sometimes we had to pay lunch too. So I always thought that we had to pay money. Yeah, see, they have pay fees. Yo, okay. Wait, so I don't wanna expose my high school, or do you guys already know my high school? Maybe it's okay. So I just looked at my high school information and oh, it was in States. Of course I went to school in States. So the Board of Education fees for consumable material. Classroom supplies not included. So which is also shocking because they say this, but then classroom also had other materials that we also had to buy separately, like yeah. And then textbook fees, but some other textbook related materials was included. But how much is it? Online website fee. I mean, why can't we see the fee? Hey, how much? What the fudge? How do you get the fee information? Click here to begin the online. Okay, okay, never mind. Wow, nowadays you pay online? Back in my days, we had to pay. Ah, so we paid yearly $100, I think. I think it was 100. See? There's a student fee page? Where? Suddenly I got curious. Sorry guys, this is completely random from CPI, but I went to a public school and is this? Ah, it's elementary school. $40. See? Oh, where's my middle school? Wait, what was my middle school? 뭐지? What's my middle school? Oh my, ah, Hamilton. Oh, it was only 35? Oh, maximum participation fee? What is maximum participation fee? Girl golf is additional $118. Wow, yearbook is $50. I think this is just crazy. I don't think I mean the prices isn't that bad, but what is this? A list of high school course fee. Ah, so I guess we still have to pay. So you still have to pay even if it's public school, but because government is funding a little bit, you don't have to pay a crazy amount. They have nursing assistant class? Holy cow. Really? Cause, yeah, I guess, what the fuck? I had to pay for violin, maybe that's my call. No, but I think since I took a lot of classes like this. Oh look, they have fashion merchandising. Damn. If you guys were going back to high school, what classes would you want to retake? No, not even connected to community college. Anyway, let's continue. Sorry, guys. So, financial market is also using the CPI as reactionary Fed policies directly impact economic growth, corporate profits, and consumer spending ability. Higher CPI often means that a less stringent government policy is generally in place. This means that debt is often easier to obtain for cheaper and that individuals have greater spending capacity. Yeah, that's why I when you guys said it was free, I was like, what? What? This is not free. I don't think this is free unless you guys are thinking this is free. So, and then da 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 da. Oh, so this is the methodology, the critiques of CPI methodology that we were just earlier talking about. So, the CPI index is so crucial to economic policy and decision making. Its methodology has long been controversial, drawing claims to either understate or overstate inflation. So, panel of economists commissioned by Congress to study the issue in 1995 concluded the CPI overstated inflation and was followed by calculation changes to better reflect substitution effects. So it seems that the adjustment for changes in product quality and feature understate the CPI. The particularly controversial hedonic adjustment, which use regression techniques to adjust prices for new features on a relatively small proportion of the CPI items. So as the traditional CPI-U calculation only measures inflation for urban populations, it remains a less than reliable source of data for individuals living in rural area. I wish they were more specific in this section. I mean, maybe you guys might find this more specific, but I guess if I want to learn more about the controversy of the CPI methodology, I might have to read some like fancy paper, right, to understand this. So the current CPI that we just found was 8.2% for the 12-month period ending September 2022. And then the consumer price index is used for, we just said this, and then it's calculated da 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 da. Some of them are repeated stuff. You just mentioned this, man. They need to list all 94,000 samples, I personally think. Kinda wanna see what's included. Wait, do they? I wanna see if they have it. Let me see if I can. CPI sample list. Oh, wait, they have it. Oh, holy shit. Okay, let's look through some of them. What? Free. Ah. Many of those activities are outside the core. Reading, writing, material type of classes. Ah. So food at home. So cereal and bakery products. Flour, prepared flour mixes. Breakfast cereal, rice, pasta, cornmeal, rice, bakery products. Bread, white bread, bread other than white. Some of them, you know what I always imagine? So, imagine working as an economist for like the government, and you have to identify this year's CPI sample size, right? Imagine writing, okay, I think most Americans, we have a percentage of 95% of Americans eat white bread. However, because a lot of Americans are also interested in their health and being fit, we also must account for other breads that are not white. Imagine just having this discussion. How funny would it be? Oh, is this a better one? Oh, thank you. Oh, fudge. This is fancier. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait, but they don't have anything specific. Wait, no, they don't have the funny. Oh, are you effing joking me? This is so long. Okay, never mind. They have the same. Okay. So, cereal and bakery. Meat, dairy products. So it's basically literally everything that's uncounted. When they said they were taking some sample size, I thought it was literally, okay, what do Americans like to eat slash drink? Pasta. Hamburger. You know, I thought they were just picking a couple, but I didn't think they would be listing everything. So they also have not only food, but energy. So this is maybe the overall criteria. I wonder if they have some criteria in depth. Ah, here you go. Bread other than white. But I think there was other interesting things. So we did mention the CPIU. CCPIU. That's this value. And we know that this year, September 2022, is probably... Oh, it's not the highest, but it's probably kind of getting high. June was the highest. So we started off nicely back in 2009 in the 2, 3, like single, like low 1, 2-ishy. And then I'm guessing from here was COVID? Right? So the CPI value suddenly increased almost 1.6. I mean, already here was a huge leap compared to the other years, and so we can see that from February, March, April was the worst. I guess February, March, April, May. And has been gradually getting higher and has reached the peak in June 2022, but is kind of like in between from July, August, and September. But I guess one thing that we could say is it did drop, right? It did drop. It's doing better? Oh, I'm not sure. Is it good that it dropped? I guess it should be good, because their ideal rate, or the CPI index, was 2. So, 2%. So, they also had cookies, fresh cakes, cupcakes. I love this. I love how they wrote every single, like, food out there that Americans would possibly eat. So, uncooked beef, ground beef, beef roast, beef steak, other beef. What's veal? Is that baby calf? Thingamabobby? The consumer price index for all urban consumers index increased 8.3% for year end August 2022. Ooh, yeah, that sucks. You deal with this every day. I have customers where I have act in their best interest with cost of living going up. Oh, that sucks. What's your job? What's your occupation? If you don't mind revealing. Not like, don't tell me in depth where you work, but like just general occupation name. They have other meat, chicken, fish, seafood, dairy, fresh veggies. So what I find really interesting in the fresh veggie part is that they only listed apple, banana, citrus fruit, and then other fruit, which means that Americans love eating only apple, banana, oranges. And that goes for veggies. They only like tomato, lettuce, and potato. Or I guess they consume those 3 more than other fresh veggies. And then they have a different section for carbonated drinks, which makes sense. I feel like Americans drink a lot of that. And then coffee, sugar, butter, salad dressing, peanut butter. Look, they have peanut butter on a separate column. Ah. Actually, this is very interesting data because it tells you what Americans like to eat. Maybe, but I feel like if we're also thinking about like the seasonal adjustment, no? then shouldn't it affect it? I guess, yeah. Yeah. I kind of want to see the Korean CPI list to the sample because I know for a fact that veggies would be completely different. They'll probably have, like, obviously green onion, garlic, because those are used a lot, right? So that would be something fun to see. And they have energy, gasoline, electricity, food away from home. So school meal, vending machine, and then other food away from home. I don't know what this would be. And then floor covering, window covering. Bedroom furniture is on a separate section. Laundry equipment also. So anyways, that was CPI. What are some criticism of CPI? It's just asking the understatement and overstatement, but I feel like, honestly, if they're going this far in depth with the CPI value, I would be curious on how off it is. They just wrote under or over over inflation, but like, is it really big to how the current situation is? That would be pretty interesting. So the bottom line is that it's important economic metric. It measures the average change in prices paid by consumers over a period of time for a basket of goods and services. The index is calculated and published monthly by the Bureau. Oh shoot, I don't know how to pronounce this. How do you pronounce this word? The labor statistics. It is among the most common measures of inflation, indicating the health and direction of the economy. It also serves in other capacities, notably to help make adjustments to certain income payments, such as Social Security and pensions for federal civil service retirees. So that was CPI. I know we kind of got off sidetrack about high school, but I think this was very important. I didn't know that they were being this specific on figuring out what the CPI was, so this was actually very interesting. I kind of want to spend more time on this, but I mean, it's probably the same old. Like, honestly, I don't think CPI value is definitely hard. Because if you think about how I currently think this is specific, what is this, like 4 pages, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 page long list of items, but oh, thank you, Kuro. Beautiful. Thank you. But maybe people are being harsh, I'm not sure. So that was CPI. Next week we will learn about something. I will have to look through the list to see if there's anything that stands out that I'm interested in, or other fun things that I wanted to learn about earlier. So that's that, and then let's look into a couple of stock news for this week. This was huge, guys. Oh yeah, this is really huge in Korea, so this is something fun to talk about. Let's start with that. What the heck? Did you guys all upload this today? Oh, cancer vaccine. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, well, I'll spend some time reading what I want to read. Oh, this was last week. We did this. Okay, so for those who don't know what Kakao is, it is a Korean chat service messenger. And actually they had a huge issue. Their data center was, I think, on fire. So we couldn't use Kakao. Just kind of interesting. And then I didn't know that he resigned, but I guess he did. So let's read about it. So Won Nam Jun, the co-chief executive of Kakao, has resigned in a remarkable demonstration of corporate accountability after a fire incident. Really? Dude, we were actually here. If you guys see our Pangyu trip, we actually could see Kakao cause a mass outage over the weekend. Yeah, so which included the messenger, ride hailing, payment, banking, and gaming. And he joined in 2015 and got the co-CEO role this March. Wow, he worked really hard. And then at a press conference, he apologized for the mass outage for such an extended period and said that he feels the heavy burden of responsibility. And then Eun-tak Hong Eun-tak, head of ESG at Kakao, who led the firm alongside Nam-gyun and is currently leading Kakao Emergency Task Force team, will remain as the sole head of Kakao. Why? So earlier this morning, they had everything restored. Most of its services are in almost full operation, with some remaining partially down. And then Kakao, as you guys know, is one of the most popular messaging sorry, I can't speak English. Messaging app in South Korea. Blah blah blah. So as you guys can read in the sentence, Kakao's slow recovery process was caused by the company's lack of own service infrastructure and high dependence on the SK CNC data center, which caught fire. Kakao also didn't have a well-distributed backup system. So then Hong said at a press conference today that the company plans to invest 460 billion Korean won to build its own data center next year, aiming to complete it in the following year. And South Korean president, blah blah blah. Oh, okay, well that he's not. You can kind of step away, man. So everyone has kind of pointed out the biggest issue is why is it only running high dependence on the SK CNC data center? First of all, let's figure out what SK CNC data center is. So SK in Korea is actually a really big company. If I think of it as the same place. What? Like, you know how there's the SK Hynix and everything? So yeah, SK is very famous. So because their data center... Oh, have we been here? Wow. So this building was caught on fire. I wonder if they have a picture of this. I feel like they would, though. Don't you think so? I feel like someone would have already taken a picture of this fire. There you go. So I don't see the fire, but I guess... Oh, here's the fire. Oh. Whoa! Oh wait, this is a different place. This one. Did they ever say why it caused fire? Electrical issue? My biggest question, guy, is number one. Don't you guys think, since it's a big company, don't you think, and data like center, you must have done a better job of, you know, dealing with electrical issue. Like SK, I don't think they should just put, I mean, Kakao, the biggest issue for Kakao is that they basically didn't have a backup, well distributed backup system, right? As this this person said. But to have it cause this big of a fire? Oh. Wow, so at 3 p.m. guys. Locally it was Saturday, not working time, but I wish they had a better something more in detail about this, because right now I guess they're just saying like, oh, I mean, it's it just caused fire. Okay, well, like how and why and what? Give me the 5 W's, man. So secretaries and members of the ruling incident happened on the afternoon of the 15th. So why this is a big issue, at least in Korea, is Kakao, like it mentioned, is one of the biggest company. It's basically, you can imagine, like Google data center has been on fire and they don't have any backup system. So for 2 days, you could not use Google, YouTube, Gmail. Yeah, I think if you think about it like that, that you can kind of make a comparison of how big Kakao is in Korea. So then looking, or that's true, yeah. Or you could think about it as Amazon cloud service. Oh, that's true. So, when I went to the fireside, the data center located, but it was primitive accident in a way that the power was turned off because a fire broke out at the supply. The government should have provided a proper place to handle data traffic instead. So this article is stating that it's the government's fault? Oh, here. It was estimated that the SK CNC Pangyo data center fire accident was caused by batteries or electrical factors around the UPS. So what happens? Wow. Well, this is actually very serious. Almost every essentials are run through Kakao in Korea. Yeah, you have what? Kakao Taxi, you use that. Payment. I mean, they don't use payment that much, but the fact that you just couldn't use Kakao, like Talk, the chatting app, was just so major. Because if you had plans set up around 3, 4, but Kakao didn't work, people were kind of like, what is going on? So... And why this is actually a big issue is that their stock prices also went down a lot with Naver. So for this to also happen, it's not a good sign for Kakao that people are actually saying, hey, maybe we'll see a better version of Kakao. Like people might not start using Kakao, and you know, Kakao's gonna go phew. So we'll see how that goes. I'll be kind of curious if that actually could happen, would happen, and what would happen, or which app would be taking control over. So. Da 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 da. Oh, what is this? So remote employees are working less, sleeping, and playing more. Oh! So COVID-19 pandemic catalyzed a major shift in the way Americans live and work. What? Shows that workers in the US are taking advantage of the widespread shift towards remote work to spend more time sleeping and engaging in leisure activities. So even as the pandemic has waned, more than 15% of full-time employees remain fully remote, and an additional 30% work in hybrid arrangement. These changes have substantially reduced time spent commuting to work. So how do they measure this though? I don't know how they could measure this. So I don't know how to read this. So I wonder how accurate this would be though. Like if I were working in a company, I don't think I'd be honest and be like, oh yeah, I actually sleep more. Changes in behavior differ among age group, with younger Americans using the saved commuting time to engage in leisure activities like eating out, exercising, or attending social events. That's true, actually commuting time is very important. And then those who are over 30 spend more time on childcare, home maintenance, and meal preparation. But I don't find this part that bad. I feel like it's important to, I feel like, you know, spend your time wisely. And being in traffic sucks. You guys probably know this much better than me, but guys, being in traffic at like 6 p.m. and like wasting 1 hour inside the car, that really sucks. No wonder the best time to stream is at like 6. So the flexibility of remote working arrangements and the apparent fact that remote workers are able to spend less time overall working will likely mean that workers will bargain hard to maintain the ability to work from home. Ooh. So this isn't actually working, like... but I don't think I can work from home. I. Like, who enjoys working from home, guys? Who thinks this is a great method? That's what I'm saying is actually once, like right before 6, I should be working on like editing because that's my other quote unquote job, right? Or getting prepared for my content. Like, I'm a teacher, right? Technically, you know, like preparing for content and stuff. But if I'm home, I just want to play computer games. So I see why people say it's important to have like your desk area for working and then have a different space for your leisure activity. So, oh, was it like 2 hours to go to work? Working from home is alright, but I find it hard to switch off after work. Yeah, that's me too, I think. And actually that for me makes it more, it gets me easily burnt out than actually going to the company. So, I wish I was like that. I don't think I'm that productive when I'm home. It might be because I'm a very outgoing person. Yeah, but I do agree that working from home, you're more likely to focus because that's always the hardest thing, man. Like, focusing sucks. Oh, really? Oh, I can never do the switching off though. Switching off is so hard for me. Na 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 na. Okay. And then oh, you found the Korean CPI? What the fudge? That's crazy. That's awesome. So in Korea, this is 2020 though, but they only have 458 items. It's in an Excel file. Damn. If I'm gonna do this. Well, while I'm downloading this thingamabobbers, well, I guess it already downloaded. Oh no. Let me go get some water and come back, guys. So I'll be back. What's my BRB screen? Oh, here it is. Where's my... I did not have anything set up, so you guys, this is what you guys are gonna see. Ah, ah, ah. Wow, my throat hurts. Ugh. Dude, I just talked for only 2 hours and my throat still hurts. Maybe after reading all the article, I might just do chill stream of Lost Ark. So let's read about the COVID vaccine. I'm sick. Wow, my finger is really bruised right now. It's so fat and ugly. So, anyways. Let's continue with cancer vaccine. I think I'll try to do long screen today, maybe. I'll think about it. I'm not sure. Who took the booster shot? Are you guys taking the booster shots regularly? Why did I bring my phone? I was going to do something? Let's go into... Oh, really? Whoa. Oh, you never. I didn't take the booster shot either. And I think I was technically supposed to if I were going to TwitchCon. Hehe. Okay, so let's learn about the cancer vaccine could be available by 2030, which is in 8 years. Isn't it amazing, guys? When back long time ago, long time when we were, when we first heard about cancer, it was just such a devastating. I mean, it still is devastating because there are cancers without cures, but now, thankfully, what the fudge is that word? Because of all the smart people out there, like researchers, that we're getting this, right? Like cancer vaccine, all different cures for cancer. So it's great to see people living for long. Like I always joke around to my grandma, since don't ever want to deal with grandma, but she's always like, oh, I'm going to die soon. But I'm like, Grandma, I think you're the one who's probably going to live till 120, like probably 140. So she's very energetic. She sometimes act as if she's not, but yeah. So insurance company don't like the vaccine for cancer? Wow, this is so cool. So these two are the founders for BioNTech, which is a German pharmaceutical company. 잠깐만. Okay. Oh, do they lose revenues? Because people aren't going to purchase maybe the health insurance? So, a vaccine for cancer may be reality within the decades, according to the husband and wife duo behind the successful Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. The co-founder have been researching new technology for years involving mRNA that they are hopefully could treat various types of cancer. They said that they believe a cancer vaccine could be widely available before 2030. Several trials for the vaccine are already underway, which started long before the pandemic and have already shown signs of promise. So this company was founded in 2008, partnered with US pharma giant Pfizer during COVID to use its mRNA technology to develop a vaccine for the virus in a matter of months, thanks to the breakthrough in mRNA vaccines, which teach human cells how to use a protein that will trigger an immune response. So what we have developed over decades for cancer vaccine development has been the tailwind for developing COVID-19 vaccine. So mRNA acts as a blueprint and allows you to tell the body to produce the drug or the vaccine. And when you use mRNA as the vaccine, the mRNA is a blueprint for the wanted poster of the enemy. In this case, cancer antigen, which distinguish cancer cells from normal cells. Whoa! And it totally makes sense, guys, because mRNA is single... What is that word? Isn't it single... DNA is double-stranded? Single-stranded? 아시. So... using the biology background thinking about fancy technique. Oh, wow, this is like Bio 101, 151, 101. So then, I'm guessing for this to work, they will be creating a mRNA consisting of the vaccine blueprint and injecting it in your body. So vaccine's purpose is for the human being to not get the cancer. So would this be like a yearly shot that you have to get, like COVID vaccines? Or I wonder how this works, because you know there's multiple cancers, guys, right? There's always like, you know, there's the brain cancer, heart cancer, liver cancer. So if I'm, maybe there's like a like some type of stats where if you go close to that number or like have like a limit, then the doctor will be recommending you to start taking the cancer vaccine? That kind of sounds weird too, right? And not that many people identify vaccine before they have it. Like actually, I feel like breast cancer is one of the hardest cancer to identify for women. They always say you're supposed to like feel your boobs somehow, like, and if you feel like there's something hard inside your boobs that you could feel it, then you should go see a doctor. It's like, okay, well, like, I don't really touch my boobs, first of all, and like, I don't know how that feels like. Yeah, but isn't that really hard to feel? Like, but I guess I can't really ask you guys because you guys probably don't know. But like, it's the same thing for me, right? So it's interesting. You still get the cancer, but the body can identify it and destroy it. Ah! But if there are 300, more than 300 cancer, would that one vaccine cover this whole issue? This one I would be very interested in looking more in depth. Maybe we can identify and look and research more about this. So if they have a point of similarity, then they can target that to identify them all. So while it may be years before the vaccines are so I want to look at bio and tech stock value, because I feel like, so currently they are at $122. I feel like this would be a worthy company to jumbo, man. To keep. I wanted to look at. I want to know more about the cancer, 뭐냐, and bio and tech cancer vaccine. Is it? Should we not go there? Okay. Yeah. Do they have any maybe specific research related to it? Would be something good to know. Oh, 여기 있네. Maybe this is the article that we were looking for, guys. So someone like me might not be a good time. Can I just maybe buy one stock? It's $120, but if we're imagining 2030, before 2030 they're going to have a good result, maybe I should just sit and wait to hold hold on to my stock. So the coronavirus pandemic has thrown a spotlight on mRNA, the molecule that carries a cell, and then stunningly successful as the mRNA COVID, So wait, mRNA COVID vaccine then works the same way, right? Where it's a blueprint, so they inject the blueprint in your body saying, hey, if you see these, you kill them. Oh. How do they do research on this? Like, don't you think this is so clever? Like, don't you want to be a researcher? I don't understand why people want to be YouTubers. YouTubers are boring, man. This is cool. You are saving human being life. I'm entertaining you guys. I don't know if this is actually entertaining though. Genetic material that tells your body how to make proteins. Oh, really? was yawning and I was like, why am I yawning? Guys, it's 10 p.m. It's my old lady's bedtime. Anyways, so I want to know how it works for cancer in depth. So they did a clinical trial for testing the mRNA treatment vaccines in people with various types of cancer, including pancreatic cancer. Where is colorectal cancer? Colorectal cancer? Melanoma? What is melanoma? Oh my god. What is this? Colorectum. Oh, this is skin cancer? Oh, this is butt. Oh! Oh shoot, what is that butt muscle? It's something rectum. I don't think I would have been a very good doctor. Did you know my high school dream? I wanted to be a doctor. Thank God I didn't. I just had a very hard time memorizing stuff. Some vaccines are being evaluated in combination with drugs that enhance the body's immune response to tumor. But no mRNA cancer vaccine has been approved yet. So then mRNA vaccine technology is extremely promising for infectious diseases and may lead to new kinds of vaccines. For other applications such as the treatment of cancer, research on mRNA vaccines also appear promising, but these approaches have not yet proven themselves. So they figured out a way to engineer a stable form of mRNA and deliver these molecules to the body through vaccines. And then once in the body, the mRNA instructs cells that take up the vaccine to produce proteins that may stimulate an immune response against these same proteins, where they are present in intact virus or tumor cells. Ooh. I didn't remember that mRNA created protein. I think this was actually one of my test questions. Does mRNA... Oh, no. It was true and false. mRNA create protein. True. That may stimulate an immune. So they create a protein which will be immune to virus. Dr. Ginger, she only plays on... What? And then among the cells likely to take up mRNA for a vaccine are dendritic cells, which are the sentinels of the immune system. What is dendritic? They are the sentinels of the immune system, of course. After taking up and translating the mRNA, the cells present the resulting protein or antigen. So it will work kind of similar to how it works for COVID vaccine. So then they'll just, for cancer cells, if they have if the cancer cells have similar component on not happening, not occurring, then they will create a blueprint to create proteins to immunize cancer cells. Oh, here. Dendritic cells act as teachers, educating T cells. So T cells, what are T cells? Oh, here, I missed a sentence. Starting the immune response. So that they can search for and kill cancer cells. Ah. Ah. So this dendritic cell will translate the mRNA and then educate the T cells to kill the cancer cells. Wow. How are... Guys, I don't want to be a doctor. What kind of doctor? I didn't ever think about what kind of doctor I'd be. I think I was just thinking of being a surgeon. But... wow, that's crazy. Hello. Wow, I just spaced out, guys. Sorry. Oh, the Korean anime TV show drama. Guys, grandma is at bedtime. Anyways, continuing. The immune system sees the spike protein presented by the dendritic cell as foreign and mobilize some immune cells to produce antibodies. So... whoa. Do you think this will work? Ah, 잠깐만, sorry. Ah, 잠깐만. Actually, my finger is so much in pain. Oh, thank you. Yeah, don't trust me in this. Whoa. So if this were to succeed, then the price of bio and tech will go up, no? Well, let's see career. Do you have anyone for industrial engineer? Let's see some open position. Do you need some industrial engineer position? Wow, I can work at Massachusetts, guys, as a specialist clinical data management. Or yeah, wow. Wow, Maryland kind of sounds boring. So, imagine all the cancer cell will make their price cancer treatment. Do you really think that that's cause then the possibility of cancer is going to drop? I was walking up the stairs from basement up top, and I smacked the bottom of the handle like this, so my skin is ripping, and now it's becoming sore, so I might need to get some ice pack. Oh, this is so cool, guys. $25 per treatment? That's obnoxious. But do you think the vaccine is going to be cheaper at all for this? Oh, wait, let me get some ice. It's actually in a lot of pain. But I think Korea is still expensive for cancer though. Don't you guys think so? Korea's cancer fee is just also... And I think they're also very like... It's really hard to get good treatment from doctors. Sorry guys, I had to bring ice. I killed my hand. Guys, next time when you go up the stairs, be careful of the handrail thingy. It's such a pain in the butt to have to deal with this. Oh, it looks bruised? Yeah, it's painful. Ah. Phew. So. What? But why would you... Yeah, I jammed it against the wall and it was not a good idea because it's... Yeah, okay, well, like, I guess it's technically my fault for, like, running up the staircase. Wow. $475,000. And what is this treating? So it's known as the chimeric antigen receptor therapy, or CART, it has the ability to send tumors into remission in blood cancer. just weeks to survive. So this is like for very, very, very late cancer shush steady situation. Wow, this sucks. This would be kind of scary. Eesh. I want it to cold. I want my hand to be nice. Okay. Next article is recession fear. Wait, but we still don't know why this week was doing such a good week though. Chimeric? What is chimeric? Did I? Oh, this is chimeric, not chi. I hate English. Like, why does CHI isn't ch sound but chi sound? Thanks though, extended. English is hard. Yeah, I hate English. Oh, it's from Greek? Oops, sorry. I like you guys. Oopsie daisy. Feels okay, man. Oh guys, posture check. Do your posture. So we have recession fear. Why does Kansas and Arkansas? Yeah! I should bring back language stream to have a deep conversation about that, because those suck. And my hand is in so much pain. Okay, my hand from here to here now hurts like MF. Oh my god. I don't think I broke anything. I think it's just really swollen, but it just really hurts. And I don't know if you guys can see, but this finger, my skin peeled off. See that? Oh my god, am I dying? Oh. Bon. Guys, I have a big issue too. I'm not only in pain, but I'm also tired too. What the fudge? I'm just getting so old. I've only streamed for 3 hours and I'm so tired. Wow. Focus, focus, focus. I should have taken a nap. Remind me to take a nap. What I don't understand— no, it's okay, Daddy. What I think after reading this, I'll just take a break. I don't want to push myself too far after coming back from stream. And I'll try to keep a better time. I have to fix my sleep schedule anyways. Oops. One thing I think it's really hard about English is that not only it's just English, there's always like Greek word, Latin word, like there's different origin. So if you just don't know how it sounds like, you're better off just not saying the word. How do you know how to say them though? Like, because if you're just reading a book, you don't— do you look up every word that you don't know and listen to how it sounds like? Or do you just know right off the bat that word is pronounced in a certain way? Like, if some foreigner is reading Arkansas versus Kansas, like, how would they know? Oh, really? I mean, you look it up, but do you also listen to how it sounds like? I still look up words. Like, that's why I have this, guys. But I don't think I ever listened to how it sounded like. Ah. And like, what was that word that I... Shoot, what was that country name that I had the most trouble with, which sounded completely different in Korean versus English? Yeah! Thank you! Oh my god, it was so funny how you knew it right away. Yeah. Thank you guys. Like, I would have never... I think I never imagined looking up Croatia in English, because in Korea they always called it Croatia, so right off the bat you would imagine, because what's funny about Korean is that they basically translated right like directly from the language. So instead of Paris being Paris, or like Americans pronounce Paris as Paris, but it's supposed to be Paris, right? But Koreans pronounce it Paris because the original name is Paris, right? Paris, right? So then I was like, well then Croatia should be Croatia because Koreans pronounce it Croatia. But all of a sudden, they're actually Americans are right this time. So it was just, wow, it was just so scary. Anyways, let's talk about the recession fears of mortgages. So if there's any words, yeah, I'll have trouble. I'll ask you guys. I got better at asking you guys instead of trying to like skip the word, because I like at one point I'm like, I should probably learn this word, guys. So we learned about aerating. Oh my god, I have such a bad memory. Oh my god. right? Aerate? Still stumped by how F is huh? Yeah. But then what's really interesting from Japanese to Korean is that they cannot pronounce like the uk sound. So, you know, McDonald's in Japanese is McDonaldo because they don't know how to say McDonald. Like they don't have the d sound in their their alphabet, right? So it has to like be every single syllable, like McDonaldo. Even when Japanese people try to speak Korean, instead of saying thank you, 감사합니다, it becomes 감사합니다. It's interesting. Language is such an interesting thing, but I still think to this day English is the hardest because it's all over the place. At least if I know Korean, I could still speak or at least understand English, or sorry, Japanese or Mandarin, but yeah, oh yeah, I do agree. Fighting being fighting instead of fighting is definitely, oh really? Yeah, I wonder, I mean, at this point, shouldn't Korea change Croatia to Croatia? Croatia? Wait, I think they actually now say Croatia. Croatia. No, they do say Croatia. Croatia. At this rate, next year, maybe I'll have a donation goal to go visit Croatia. Don't you think I should visit Croatia now? Oh, are they working on it? Okay. Well, anyways, that's complete side story. Sorry, I just got completely off track. Oh, this is so much in pain. Oh. Your Korean pride? Me too. Oh my god, I'm like, I should think like an American, but I feel like I still think myself as Korean. So, I'm planning on doing a little bit of history, Korean history studies, studying Korean. Guys, I think I've used my brain too much. I can't speak English now. Oh my god, I'm at my limit. Did you just hear what I just said to you guys? I should really do Korean history study. What? What the F? Oh my god, this is just so bad. Time to search, where's your brain? They're never here. Yeah. Well, I'm going to start reading Korean history, so I'll be bringing some fun historical topic at the beginning of stream. So, that'll be fun. Hopefully. I really like history. I wanna study World War I and World War II again. And I wanna learn. Yeah, that's one thing I wanna study, and then I actually don't wanna study American history. I never found it interesting. I do wanna study more about like the Boston Tea Party and everything. Because I feel like then I'll understand the musical Hamilton much better. Since I know vaguely what it's about, but just by having that knowledge, Hamilton was very boring. That was my first musical. I slept through it, so. I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like all history is very depressing. Even listening about the Korean independence and everything, it's so crazy and sad. Like, did you guys why can't I speak English? I like for the first 3 hours of my stream, I sounded super intelligent. You know, we had a very deep discussion about Hitler and everything, and now I sound like a baby, a Korean baby trying to speak English. Actually, my pain is irritating me. If I could use that as an excuse, this pain is a little bit irritating, so I haven't been continuing my article reading, but I need more juice! I need more water! Let's end? 아니야. I just need a break. I just needed my mental break. I needed some time off. What? I need some time off from researching. I think it's because I did too much of research. Dude, I looked into Kakao's like something something. I also looked into like cancer cells. Actually, I should not have strong caffeine. Dude, it's so red. Look at that. Do you see that? What's that? Am I having a mental breakdown? Oh. Actually, you know what would be really good is change to pajama and just play Lost Ark. That sounds so fun. But anyways. What's oh, the beige book? Did they update it? Yeah, actually I don't want to play Lost Ark right now. That's how much it's irritating me. I'm holding my mouse like this. That's a good question mark. Let me read about it. I think it was monthly. Oh, 8 times per year. So well, 12 divided by 8. What's that? No, Daddy! Are you going to spend every 5,000 bits every stream to my channel? What? No! I will go to hospital to get my cancer vaccine with my 5,000 bits. Thank you so much, Daddy! Holy cow! Yeah, actually I took end stream because I think it made some people troll. Like, if it's my regulars doing it, it's fine. But if you're just coming like once every like few months and just doing it and saying, hi, this is what you get, then it's kind of pointless. Especially like 뭔가 like I prepared so much for content and then that happens, so it's bad. I don't know, like, how do you want me to answer that question? That is a very hard question. Do you want me to be honest or very nice? My head hurts. I think just by asking that question makes me feel very uncomfortable. Like, so anyways, so I don't mind reading the page book. I would rather read the page book than the mortgage, because this is actually very sad news of the mortgage debt. Because it's saying we cannot buy house. Right? So let's... Hopefully the page book has something positive. So I will focus on New York. For those in New York. Actually, let's read everything. I actually like the page book. Yeah, just don't ask the question and... how should I say this? It's like being in a social event where you don't know the people, but you want to have a nice conversation. So you don't want to make people feel uncomfortable by saying, hey, am I making you feel uncomfortable? Then people feel uncomfortable even if they didn't feel uncomfortable. Do you know that experience? Does that make sense? Yeah. Like... I don't want you guys to keep your mouth shut, but... oh, if someone feels uncomfortable, then they will say it already. To you. Okay? Or if they're just ignoring you of all the question, or they're just kind of giving you the Yeah, then just think that they're uncomfortable, so change your attitude. This is what I meant earlier when I said that guys need to be very sensitive, because you guys are not sensitive to identify this. It's not a bad thing, because you guys aren't sensitive, you guys are very good at focusing. Not all guys are like this, but human brain is made like that. So not a bad thing. I'm not scolding you, but some people even might find this as, oh, she's scolding me. No. So just wanted to point out, this is a very good example that people need to identify when someone feels uncomfortable. Then you need to stop instead of asking, unless you guys are one-on-one separately and asking. But this is actually more online, so that doesn't happen. But don't ask me. I feel very uncomfortable when you do it. Got it? Does that make sense? I don't think it's a cultural difference unless you don't live in US. Then yeah, I guess it could be a cultural difference. But I know I've been saying I'm Korean. I think I'm Korean American, and I know how American culture works. I lived here all my life. Unless you're gonna say it's a state difference, then I can't say anything about it. It's like, oh my god, there's a fun story, but we're gonna read about Boston to see what happened this week, or this couple of days. So Boston, business activity in the first district was up slightly, employment increased modestly, and wage increased. Oh, were moderate. So prices were flat, and pricing pressures eased. Travel and tourism enjoyed robust growth, while retail growth. So everything's been doing good except for real estate. Makes sense. We just kind of looked into the mortgage issue. So the outlook turned more pessimistic as recession fears spread. Now, New York, the economic activity contracted at a modest pace while employment continued to grow modestly with labor shortage easing. So I guess people are coming back working. Pricing pressures remain persistent, though wage growth slowed a bit. So when they say wage growth, what type of wage growth is this? Tourism remains strong, makes sense, everyone's visiting New York right now, while consumer spending was flat and manufacturing activities weakened slightly, and then businesses were increasingly pessimistic about the outlook. Didn't say anything about mortgage fee, probably, or the real estate market, probably meaning that it's still bad. The 30-year fixed rate are up to 8 to 9%. Guys, I'll never be able to buy a house. Philadelphia business activity remained flat during the current Beige Book period. Manufacturing, consumer spending, new home construction, and existing home sales declined. Really? Employment grew slightly, but talk of recession rose. So every area that we've just mentioned, they're kind of identifying the recession. Firms reported wage pressures continued to subside, but growth maintained a moderate pace. And then price growth slowed to a moderate pace, and hiring, supply chain, Oh, hiring and supply chain and price growth remain key challenge. So Philadelphia is actually having issue with hiring. So for the meantime, definitely not look into buying houses, right? And then Cleveland, it seems that the business activity was generally flat, though report varied considerably across sectors. Contacts were less optimistic about the near-term outlook. Still, firms plan to add workers in coming month, though most are taking a wait-and-see attitude towards hiring. What is a wait-and-see attitude? So, literally wait and see. Oh. And then upward cost and price pressure eased further, but the relief was uneven. Now Richmond. Where is that? Washington. Monument. Mountain. What's... No, where is Richmond? It's not Washington. What state is Richmond in? And what's that famous mountain thingy-mabobby they have there? Virginia. Okay. Economic activity was little changed as consumer spending grew at a modest rate. The number of sectors reported flat to somewhat declining growth. Employment grew moderately, and the overall labor market remained tight. Many firms continue to report labor shortage, raising wages, and use of non-wage incentive to recruit and retain staff. So Richmond, Virginia, I'm guessing, has having the worst case. And actually they had a map. We should see. So Boston here, Cleveland, Kansas. Oh shoot. Wait, which one's Virginia? Where are we? We'll skip some. In Chicago, economic activity was little changed. Employment increased moderately. But why do they only list these states though? Manufacturing declined slightly. Construction and real estate activity moved down modestly. When they say activity, is that like purchasing real estate, or is it like the price of real estate? Wages rose rapidly. That's great, as did most prices, but that means that companies are going to be having a hard time. It's the one covered by your camera. Oh, I had my hiring sign for 2 months now. Oh, really? Wait, what made them all unqualified though? Wow, hiring is such a hard business right now, isn't it? They don't speak English? Oh my god. That's so harsh. And then Minneapolis? How come they have Minneapolis? I still don't know. Why don't they have Wisconsin men? Employee grew slightly. Wage pressure remained high. Inflation pressure eased but stayed strong. Manufacturing growth continued, though some firms reported a softening in incoming order. So they must have picked the most. Ah, they have the Federal Reserve Bank. Oh. And then San Francisco economic activity expanded modestly. No wonder they know a lot about this. And then hiring activity grew at a modest pace amid tight labor market conditions. Wages and prices increased further. Conditions improved modestly in the manufacturing sector, but worsened somewhat in the agriculture sector. Residential real estate activity eased further, and lending activity dropped slightly. So this is how the current market is doing for each estate. Well, I guess the most interesting thing would be the residential real estate, right? Because of the current situation. So price began to level off in the first district residential real estate market in August as higher mortgage, you guys can't see, rate cooled demand. While prices were up over the year in all reporting market, those increases were substantially smaller than the over the year increases to July, except in the case of condo markets in Maine and New Hampshire, which had stable price growth. Inventory fell year over year in all reporting market except for Boston's single-family home. Relative to the previous report, that fact translates to moderately lower inventories in all markets except Maine. So probably till next year, it won't be ideal to buy a house. If anyone is planning on getting married, do not buy a house, guys. Oh, you applied to internship at San Francisco Reserve Bank? That's really cool, though. And they have labor market. So this is actually something that would be nice to spend time looking at. Oh, and this is actually by each state. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I like the beige book. I think it has very informative November 30th. Okay. I think it's very informative. I think they give a lot of good factors related to the current market. So oh, the Apple iPad gets a new look and iPad Pro gets the M2 chip upgrade? It's on a Wednesday? Oh my god. It's Faith. I knew that I should keep stock stream on Wednesdays. I swear to god. So this is the new iPad and iPad Pro, I'm guessing. So they announced the latest lineup of tablet, including M2 Power iPad Pro. So here's the thing, guys. I still think that even if, okay, most human beings, most people, no matter how fancy their iPads are, I feel like they still just use it for like Netflix. And having a M2 powered iPad Pro, does that help better quality Netflix stream? Or, I mean, like, does it help at all to have a better powered Pro stuff? I feel like it's better to just have a cheaper and decent, I don't know. Because like, that's... Oh, M1 iPad Pro is already overpowered. Oh. I think the iPad is way too expensive. I think any pads are way too expensive because the purpose of pad is supposed to be like a in-between of what? Like a computer and a cell phone. But see, I have a Samsung Pad too, or whatever the Samsung Note Pad thingamabobby is, and I actually just have it to watch YouTube on a bigger screen but not a laptop, and I don't see the purpose of having it. The only time I use it is when I have to go to meetings with other people or when I'm like having a discussion and I need it. So. Oh, it's only 329? I feel like it's cheaper than the iWatch or whatever it's called. You're using an old iPad right now, don't see the point of upgrading? The only point of upgrading is the fact that like they start killing your iPad with the new upgrades so that it doesn't function, and all the apps, the app store itself starts focusing on like the newer version of iPad, so some of the apps you won't even able to download it. Like I tried downloading Cookie Run on my old phone, did not work. I was so sad. Oh really? They have a sale on iPads? I think that's the only people I find iPad useful are artists. Like draw thingamabobbers. What's Micro Center? See, I knew it, Jetty. I knew you had trouble downloading Cookie Run. So, yeah, I just feel like having a M2 powered iPad is just a little like show off, but in general, they don't need this much power. And I feel like that's the same thing when they have those fancy gaming laptops and they're like, oh my god, it has all these fancy powers. It's like, okay, dude. PC, regular PC is fine because you could add coolers and stuff, but like, laptop, do you need to go that far? Like, so. Yeah, I guess if you take notes. But here's the thing. Do you need an M2 to take notes on your tablet? Like, seriously? I don't think so. I don't think by having an M2, your note-taking skill is going to increase or it's going to make your handwriting much better. I just feel like you could just have a nice note stuff thingy. So, the new iPad hits shelf on October 26th, and then the upgrade will be coming on October 24th. So probably for those who are using the old one, it's gonna suck after October 24th. And then the new iPad Pro looks at the same as last year's model, but feature a faster M2 and Wi-Fi 6E. What the heck is 6E? Which is allowed for download speeds that are twice as fast as the previous generation. Holy cow. There's also a new Apple Pen hover feature that previews the stylus mark before it hits the screen. Oh, fancy. So the 11-inch model starts at $799 with Wi-Fi and $999 with Wi-Fi plus cellular connectivity. And then the larger one starts at $1,000. The basic entry-level iPad gets a brand new look with a larger 10.9-inch display. And now it's starting to use the USB-C port. Wait, no. Right? Actually, this is a huge plus for the iPhone. Wait, is it a huge plus? I think this is actually a huge negative side. Oh my god. So after a pandemic-fueled boom, tablet sales are shrinking. So they saw a 12% decline in iPad shipment compared to last year, and then but it still is the category leader with 42% market share nationwide. And globally, iPad market share is 31%. So iPad Air was recently refreshed with 5G connectivity and faster M1 processor. And the notepad size, it's Oh, and then one thing that I don't like about Apple is that don't you have to buy the pen separately? I thought that's how it worked. So right? It's so... Oh, okay. I thought someone else had Apple stock. Your designer friend bought his, but aren't those pen like what, like $200-300 too? I mean, honestly, it's okay. $150 for a pen? Oh, everyone bought Apple? Ah, I should have bought Apple. Should've, would've, could've. If you look at my old stream, I should've, would've, could've. Wait, but I do agree. I also prefer Android, but I would have bought Apple stock. I think in the long run, it's worth the money because a lot of people are like worshipping Apple. So. I think, okay, there, should I do wanna, no, I don't know about that. Let's read about Tesla and then hearing aid, and then, I think I might end stream for today. I am about to lose my voice. Actually, my throat really hurts. But I do want to read about this because I find these two interesting. And can I just make a wild guess? Is it because we had the beige book? The 7th beige book today made the stock price of this week go up? Is that the reason why? Or was just people happy this week and decided to invest and start yelling out Gaza? Anyways, Tesla cuts 2022 vehicle delivery target. Really? Makes sense. So it cuts its full year growth expectation as it adjusts vehicle shipping pattern. But Musk brushed off worries about, oh, by the way, Elon was another English word that's troubling. Sorry, that was all separately. Something side note, I don't know, it just kind of brought my attention. But so it brushed off worries about weakening demand amid recession fears. The company expects to sell every car that we make for as far into the future as we can see. Strong vehicle price helped Tesla generate nearly $3.3 billion in quarterly profit for the 3 months end in September, ahead of expectations of analysts surveyed by FactSet. I've never heard about FactSet. That's an awful name. But anyways, that is just shy of the company's record quarterly profit of more than $3.3 billion. So Tesla, after the market closed on Wednesday, posted quarterly revenue of $21.5 billion, its highest ever. Really? Up from around $13.8 billion. Why? And short of Wall Street expectation. So their quarterly revenue September. When was their quarterly revenue? Hi Obi! So so their quarterly revenue must have happened sometime in September. So what? Their July, August, September was 21.5. What made them all of a sudden want to purchase cars? What? I don't understand human being mindset. The company said its results were affected by the strong dollar, higher raw material and logistic costs. Maybe because because of the strong dollar. So Tesla expects to finish the year by just shy of its 2022 target of boosting vehicle deliveries by 50%. So it must be not because they reached their goal, as what you're saying, but it's because of all the cost of producing increase, so they had to increase the price of the car. Maybe. So Tesla delivered roughly 936,000 vehicles in 2021 and would need to hand over more than 1.4 million this year to achieve the original target. Wow, their original target was really high then. So, Tesla's stock price has fallen around 37% in 2022, though Wednesday eclipsing the rough 32% decline in the tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite, as the company has navigated production hiccups and ongoing supply chain challenges. Mr. Musk's on-again, off-again pursuit of Twitter also has weighed on the car market stock. Shares were down more than 6% in after-hours trading. Yeah, it wasn't smart for him to like deal with Twitter. I don't know why he did all that fancy stuff. So Musk sold more than $15 billion of Tesla stock this year because he needed that money to buy Twitter for $44 billion deal. Ooh. And then in a move seemingly aimed at appealing to investors, Mr. Musk described a future in which Tesla would overtake Apple as America's largest company and enjoy a market valuation larger than Apple and oil giant Saudi Aramco. I don't know if that's what it's pronounced. So, did he say this? He wants to overtake Apple. Do you think this would be popular? Possible, not popular, sorry. Stable, public forum. So I guess he wants to make Tesla like Apple of cars, which is high-end brand that if people are going to spend money, like good quality money on an American car, it would be Tesla. Actually, that's already what people are thinking though of Tesla, because it's quote unquote one of the first, maybe first, the electric car that was doing so well, right? So, but with the current situation and their car design, like if they're really gonna release that ugly truck thingamabobby that they had, I don't think it's gonna be possible. So, da 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 da. Yeah, I think it's gonna take a long time, maybe even 10 years. So, anyways, I think we'll call it a day. My voice isn't doing really good right now. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I haven't talked in a very long time. So, yeah. So I think we'll start ending stream today. But it was fun. I'm really excited to see the next Beige book, which is on a Wednesday, which is really cool. And we'll do more fun events. I'll try to be more thorough about each article and have some more energy too. Yeah. I do need black tea and honey. I do have a good honey. My mom's friend got really nice honey from Florida. I don't even know why, but she was like, yeah, this is really good quality. So I think I'll start drinking that next time. And I am so sorry. This hand was just really irritating today. So yeah, I'll be more cautious of my stuff. And yeah, tomorrow I'll be doing K-pop stuff around this time. And if not, I might come earlier so that I could do some more. I'm going to do practice my dance stuff. Sorry, here. In my dance floor, like K-pop dance stuff thingamabobby, and we'll be filming like the 60-minute thingamabob stuff thing that we did. What a really bad way of explaining stuff. So, that's things that I have planned. Okay. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. Yeah, I actually been gaining a lot of good knowledge, and thanks for all the donation too. It's nice. I'm really honored to get money while studying. So, thanks to you guys, I can survive. So, that is all for today, and I think I'll see you guys tomorrow for K-pop. If I get to start stream earlier than my normal time, I will let you guys know ahead of time on my Discord. And I'll try to do more longer stream for stocks if I get better sleep. Well, I am getting better sleep. I've just been sleeping early, so I'll try to sleep late. I'm just not used to sleeping late in Korea already, so it feels weird. Like here, I'm supposed to sleep late, right? But in Korea, I just in my morning time. So, that would be hopefully I'll do a better job with that. But that was all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream, and see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye bye.